The Center County Report starts now. Good afternoon, I'm Alyssa Wagner. Penn State's president also sent a letter to the university today. Part of it reads, "We grieve with you over the unspeakable tragedy and offer our support to those within the Penn State community who are being impacted by these events." Neely Bendapudi also asked for comfort and support for classmates and colleagues. Even before the weekend attacks in Israel, other hateful messages showed up in State College, including near a Jewish Borough Council member's home. Police say it wasn't the only incident in Pennsylvania. Reporter Jesse Wynn has the story, but first, warning, some of these images are disturbing. State College police say if you have any information that can help with this case, call them or submit a tip on their website. The holidays are almost here, and State College will again give the gift of free parking. It will begin before Thanksgiving, from November 20th through December 17th. Parking garages will have grace periods for free parking up to 2 hours. Courtesy cards will be issued to forgive up to 3-meter violations at street meters and municipal lots. Then from December 18th till January 2nd, garage, meter, and lot parking will all be free. Pennsylvania is looking to crack down on drivers who don't pay turnpike tolls. The state Senate has passed a bill to go after lottery winnings and income tax returns of toll scofflaws. More than $155 million in tolls went uncollected over the past year. For thousands of international students at Penn State, the decision of traveling home can be a tough one. From high costs to long flights, sometimes it's not worth it. John Calavita reports. Here's an example of how expensive it can be. A flight from State College to Wang's home in Beijing currently costs $3,600 on Expedia and would be more than 40 hours of travel. Still to come on the Center County Report, we're enjoying some great fall weather this week, but big changes are coming for the weekend. We'll check the 7-day forecast. Thanks, Jeremy. I'll be sure to pack my rain gear for the football game this weekend. And now to Gianna Kataya with sports. A popular event returns to Center County this weekend with plenty of food and drinks and a big goal: to bring the community together for a great cause. Paige McCarrick has the story. There are plenty of other ways to help too. If you're interested in becoming a United Way volunteer, you can find more information on their website, ccunitedway.org. State College is a big sports town with Penn State, the Spikes, and lots of high school sports. But did you know there's also a roller derby league? Mac Young takes a look. Looks like a lot of fun, and their next event is December 2nd. That's all for today's newscast. We hope you'll join us Friday for our next local news update. The Penn State Lady Lions are hungry to get back out on the court for the 2023 to 2024 season.
Our team is fired up, and we're ready to put this program back on the map. We believe this team, this year, is where we make our presence felt again in the Big Ten.
In the offseason, Coach Keeger and her staff added 5 new players from the transfer portal. I'm sure you've been getting this all day, but what made you want to come to Penn State?
I would definitely just say the atmosphere and, the vibe that I got from the coaches. I was definitely looking for a program that was going to, welcome me with open arms and allow me to be who I am on and off the court.
I've known Keeks for a long time. I've been telling everyone that she was actually the first coach who believed in me and kind of saw like who I was as a person, as a player. I started with her at Marquette before she came here. And when she came here, she kind of left me hanging dry. We always joke about that.
And on top of that, 2 teammates have reunited once again. You and Kylie grew up in the same hometown, played for rival schools, but also on the same AAU team. What is it like to be back on the court with her?
I mean, it's something special. I don't think everyone in the college game can say that they're on the same team as someone who you grew up with.
Being back on the court with Mariah, we always had chemistry on the floor. So just being back on the floor with her is amazing, and I can't wait to get this year started.
With 5 key players returning from last year, a lot of work was put in during the offseason.
I think the biggest change is just denying every pass. Getting up 94 feet is something that we did last year, but just making sure that we harp on it this year and getting in the passing lanes on every pass.
I feel like our defense is more communicative. We're just in sync with each other, and we trust each other way more on defensive rotations. So, that's huge.
And after a season-ending injury last year, guard Allie Campbell is ready to make her comeback.
I'm just super excited again. These past 2 years haven't been what I thought they'd be, but I'm finally excited to just help this team win and do whatever it takes to again put wins on the board and just fill these stands again.
The season starts on November 7th, and the Lady Lions will host Bucknell on Big Ten Plus.
We have a chip on our shoulder, and a chip to prove to ourselves, our fans, and the country that we belong amongst the nation's best.
I'm Alyssa Wagner with Go PSU Sports. A Penn State alum and veteran is still making an impact 20 years after his death. I spoke with his family.
When I walk into a room full of uniforms, I never question if they have my back.
Every year, Veterans Day honors those who serve. But for the Fons family, it's much more than that.
He was born on Veterans Day. He was born to be a soldier. It's the way we feel.
I often wonder where he'd be now, how far he would have taken his military career.
Captain Brian Fons graduated from Penn State in 1996, following in his father and sister's footsteps.
He knew from the time he was 12 what he wanted to do when he grew up, and he never lost that sight.
After graduation, he entered active duty in Fort Drum, New York. He then served in Egypt, Japan, and Iraq, where he died.
One day we had to go into an area where we were told there was a lot of weapons being held, and we had to ransack the village, and we literally tore these houses apart. I remember going up to Brian and saying, sir, hey, look, we didn't find anything. He goes, did you tear everything apart? I go, we tore it to the floor up. He goes, good, now go back and put it all back together. That just goes to a testament to his character. He was looking out for everybody, not just himself.
Even though Captain Fons died over 20 years ago, he is still making an impact today.
By the time you get to your first or second year, you realize how important the family is to Penn State ROTC.
The Captain Brian Fons Award is presented annually to a graduating Penn State Army ROTC student who best demonstrates the spirit, leadership, and courage of Brian Fons.
We love our military and we're very, very thankful. Their commitment to service to our country, it is not an easy life.
The money helps the recipient begin their military career with buying uniforms, boots, and other required gear.
To have them take that load off me when I had roughly $300 to my name was a huge help.
I'm Alyssa Wagner for the Center County Report. The Fons family will choose the 21st Captain Brian Fons Memorial Award winner in April.
I'm in it for the long haul. I'm excited about that.
After former coach Micah Shrewsbury accepted the head coaching position at Notre Dame, Penn State's roster was sparse. 7 players graduated and 4 transferred, leaving 5 players on the team. Kanye Clary, Jameel Brown, Demetrius Lilly, Dan Conlon, and Andy Christos. But what made these Nittany Lions stay?
I think just with the pieces that's on this team, it's just going to kind of make everybody.
Coach Rhodes brought stars Ace Baldwin Jr. and Nick Kern Jr. with him after making the transition from Virginia Commonwealth University.
I'm just here to just to be on a winning team, push the guys, compete every day, and just like I said, just winning.
After losing 11 players, Coach Rhodes and his staff had to make a roster basically from scratch. One key player they gained was Puff Johnson.
The fact that I saw his reputation of being a winner, seeing the guys that were here like Ace and Kanye, it made me really want to be a part of this family.
Coach Rhodes gave an inside look to a Nittany Lion practice. The team showed off their 3-man weave, 2-on-2 drills, game-time situation drills, and even some dunks. Coach Rhodes is looking to take his team to March and beyond.
Wait and see.
Head coach Mike Rhodes and 10 new Nittany Lions will make their debut against Robert Morris this Friday in an exhibition game in support of Coaches vs. Cancer. In University Park, I'm Alyssa Wagner for the Center County Report. Every year, Penn State alumni, fans, and students turn out downtown to watch the annual homecoming parade. As the floats move down College Avenue, transfer student Cammie Seaman was in awe.
I come from a really small school, so it was definitely a big difference coming here for Penn State's homecoming. There was so much energy, so much cool spirit. I really enjoyed it.
Candy was flying from floats, and there were performances for everyone to enjoy, including cheerleaders, the State College Roller Derby League, even some catabuses, and of course, the Blue Band. Immediately after the parade, another tradition began.
Every year after the homecoming parade, the Army ROTC will stand guard for the Lion sign throughout the night.
I just genuinely like the tradition of this. I mean, it's a very cool event to be kind of incorporated into a homecoming tradition.
And as people waited for their picture with the lion, posters lined the queue to educate them on Penn State history. Penn State's legendary lady, Sue Paterno, the reason this Guard the Lion shrine began, made a special appearance. She and some friends poured orange paint on the shrine to rile up fans for a homecoming game against Syracuse in 1966.
I said, we're home free.
And with that, a new tradition was born. In State College, I'm Alyssa Wagner for the Center County Report. Memorial services were held across the country to commemorate the September 11th attacks. In New York City, Vice President Kamala Harris joined the ceremony at the National September 11th Memorial and Museum. The day began with moments of silence to represent each attack. From 8:46 a.m., when hijacked Flight 11 hit the North Tower, to 10:03 a.m. when Flight 93 crashed near Shanksville. In Washington, Attorney General Merrick Garland led a moment of silence.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here to commemorate 22 years since the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks on our nation. Let us honor those we have lost with a moment of silence.
In nearby Arlington, Virginia, General Mark Milley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, honored the lives lost.
Today, we pay tribute to the 2,977 innocent men, women, and children who lost their lives 22 years ago today at this very minute.
And here in Pennsylvania, at the Flight 93 National Memorial Center, they honored the passengers and crew who fought back.
Their actions unquestionably saved untold number of lives and preserved the U.S. Capitol, the symbol and the center of our democracy.
The ceremony included all 40 victims' names, followed by bells of remembrance, a moment of reflection, and a wreath-laying ceremony. After flying from Vietnam, President Joe Biden spoke in Anchorage, Alaska.
I join you on this solemn day to renew our sacred vow. Never forget. Never forget. We never forget.
On Penn State's University Park campus, the annual ceremony at Old Main on Friday paid tribute to those who died in the attacks. Penn State Wrestling defeated Lehigh 30-10 in front of a sold-out Rec Hall for its first dual meet of the season. The team is coming off yet another undefeated season and the team's 10th national championship in 12 years. Returners like Bo Barlett, Levi Haynes, and Greg Kirkfleet all won their bouts, while the newcomers handled business as well.
So there's so many people in there, it's loud, you got people cheering, like just the energy overall with teammates and the crowd is just, it's unreal, it's amazing.
And the match was highlighted by a Carter Storace pin.
And he's got a lot of experience. He's just a hard-nosed, tough Pennsylvania kid, that's been wrestling at a high level. So
The Nittany Lions will take on Hofstra next. People from all over Delaware Valley have been showing their pride of the Philadelphia Eagles as the team heads to the Super Bowl. Wildwood, New Jersey, a vacation spot for many Philadelphians, lit their Ferris wheel green in support of the Eagles. The city also offered a unique photo op where fans could show off their gear in front of a pair of green and white eagle wings. In Philadelphia, fans from all over gathered at Xfinity Live to root for their team during the big game.
I'm from Jersey, but I was raised in Philly since I was 8.
Some fans visited Lincoln Financial Field for some shopping and photos before kickoff.
Been an Eagles fan since I was born, so I'm 49 now, so I'll say 49 years.
From what we're seeing, people of several generations will be celebrating this Super Bowl with Pennsylvania pride and lots of green. Reporting from Philadelphia, I'm Alyssa Wagner.
Go!
In anticipation of the big dance, fans of all ages gathered outside of the Bryce Jordan Center to send off the men's basketball team before they traveled to Iowa to face Texas A&M.
And it's just like, go guys, go. There's just no way you can put this in words. You saw the tribute from the fans today to show up on a cold day. So everybody is really, really excited.
At the event, fans showed off their Penn State gear, unique signs, and Nittany Lion pride. Football coach James Franklin and women's basketball coach Carolyn Keeger showed their support for the team as well. The players showed their appreciation to the fans by ensuring everyone got a high five before the team headed to the airport. As the rest of the team loaded onto the bus, senior Miles Dredd took a moment to sing and dance with the crowd and take this moment in. Penn State has not been selected for March Madness since 2011, so fans are making sure to celebrate.
I feel like the vibe's it's like unity, like everybody's coming together to support like the basketball team.
Penn State is looking for their first NCAA tournament victory since 2001. Reporting from Center County, I'm Alyssa Wagner. Welcome to Pro Day. For part of today, all eyes were on cornerback Joey Porter Jr. a projected top 10 first-round pick and son of former NFL linebacker Joey Porter of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's always a dream come true to just get coached by any scouts, anybody like that. So I've been watching this my whole life. So to be able to go out there and do it myself, I'm just blessed.
And today, Porter Jr. has more than just NFL scouts following him. Penn State alumni Shannon Furman and her team from NFL Films were capturing every moment.
There's always someone from Penn State kind of on my radar. We've had, I think we said going back to 2017, someone every year.
NFL Films will be featuring Porter Jr. and other top college players on the annual docuseries Hey Rookie, Welcome to the NFL. All 32 NFL teams were represented today as 13 Nittany Lions showed off their skills one last time before the NFL Draft. The NFL Draft is set to take place on April 27th in Kansas City, Missouri. Jair Brown, PJ Mustipher, Juice Scruggs, Brenton Strange, and Mitchell Tinsley were invited by the NFL to participate in the NFL Combine earlier this year. They laced up their cleats one more time at Pro Day to try and improve their stats.
Yeah, there's a lot of great players in the tight ends class. It was cool to get to be around everybody and just meet everyone finally.
Veterans Barney Moore, Parker Washington, Chris Stoll, Jonathan Sutherland, Nick Tarburton, and Sean Clifford also participated today.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to find my team to go. So I'm excited to see how this all unfolds itself.
During the event, players are asked to do the broad jump, 40-yard dash, 3-cone drill, vertical jump, bench press, and positional workouts. 4-year starting quarterback Sean Clifford was not invited to the NFL Combine, so today he put on a show. With a 40-yard dash time of 4.57 seconds and a broad jump of 9 feet 8 inches, everyone's attention was turned to Clifford as he threw to his teammates for individual position workouts.
And I feel like I can really provide a lot of value to a team, whether that be being the guy or being, a 2 or 3.
One common theme among these NFL prospects is feeling blessed.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for the position I'm in right now. And, wherever I end up, I'm just going to carry that same gratitude with me and just make the best of every opportunity that I'm presented with.
These guys spent their final day on Penn State's turf surrounded by their former teammates and, of course, head coach James Franklin. After ending their collegiate careers as Rose Bowl champions, these young men have dreams of the next chapter beyond the blue and white, namely wearing an NFL jersey and someday to even become a Super Bowl champion. Reporting from University Park, I'm Alyssa Wagner.